Okay, today I'm taking a look at the CCLKHY digital caliper. Cool. So this is good stuff. It actually comes with an extra battery and a tool to replace it. So I'm working along. Dang, this thing is it's kind of heavy. It's a nice heavy duty caliper. So I mean, definitely heavy. It feels very, very strong. I do like that this has 3 independent buttons. That's probably one of my favorite things about it right now. So most of these calipers just have 1 button. This one has 3. So the single buttons, usually you just press and hold it to change from inches to metric, and then you press it to zero it. So this actually has 3 independent buttons, and that's excellent. So you almost always have to zero them. So right now I've got it set at the bottom, and it's reading 0.001, so 1,000th. So now it's at 0, and it repeats. So that's good stuff. Next is, of course, we got on off, so that's good. And the ones I'm used to, you just have to let it time out, which I don't like doing because then it's going to drain the battery. So having an actual on-off button is great. And then we got inches to metric. And I deal with both all the time, so having something that can change is excellent. This wheel at the top, and this is going to lock it in place. So for example, if I'm measuring something, and then I have to pull it off, but I'm afraid it's going to move, I can just lock this dial and it will not move. So that's good. So that way if I'm, especially if I'm measuring something at a weird angle where I can't even see it, I can lock that, pull it off, and it's going to be right where it was. So that's good. And these thumb adjustments on the bottom, really nice. I've seen ones where you just kind of like press against the back, and that's okay, but these ones are just a little bit better. They feel better, they work better, and honestly, the biggest thing I can say about this is just the overall build quality. This thing feels solid. The jaws feel solid. Everything about it feels great. Okay, so I've got a thing in front of me, and I want to figure out what the outer diameter is. Right now I'm on metric, so the OD is about 73.9, oh, yeah, 73.94 millimeters, so it's about 74 millimeters. And if I want to check the ID, the inner diameter, I can just throw these in here and then expand it. 65.44 millimeters. And there's not really a good way to check the depth except we've got this depth gauge. So I'm going to pull this guy up, and then I can drop it on the side just like that, pull it down, and that pin comes out. And when that touches the bottom, you can feel it. 7.19 millimeters. So yeah, I use these things all the time. I'm always having to check bolt and drill sizes and that kind of thing. And yeah, these things, they come in handy. They really do. Goes up to 6 inches. I mean, that's a really big measurement. So yeah, 6.047 inches. That's the max, and it actually stops right there. If you had a tube that was this big, the jaws wouldn't even go long enough. So 6 inches is pretty long, and that equates to 153 millimeters. So yeah, I mean, and that's another thing too. Let's say you've got something that you're, if you just don't want to do the math, you can check this to inches. What is 4.5 inches? Let's go there. There we go, 4.5. It's 114.3 millimeters, right? So you can use this for doing quick conversions too. Yeah, but overall, great little caliper. I'm really happy to have this one. Love the 3 buttons, love the feel. I'll be using this one a lot.